Oh, okay. Hello, fellas. Today on my channel, I'm gonna do something a little bit more unique. And today we're gonna reviewing the keyword from the Google. This is gonna be a part one of it, and I'm gonna make this video a little bit unique. Just so for entertainment, guys. So I'm gonna uh, so so now for today's keywords now is the Palestine because everybody wants to talk about it about the Palestinians on the Gaza Strip lately, especially on my country. There's always discussing about the Israeli bombs all the certain areas like hospitals and so on. And then now we're gonna open the Al Jazeera news here, and we're gonna review at least 28 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli airstrikes on two residential areas of Khan Yunis in southern Gaza, and it's updated at 18 November of 2023. It's already 28 Palestinians have been killed. All right, the next one is a neighborhood in Hamad was struck in a bombardment on Saturday, said Al Jazeera's Yumna Al Sayed, reporting from Khan Yunis. Dozens were also wounded in the attack that mostly killed children. Okay, this is have a refute already by the journalist called Yumna Al Sayed that will report us that many killed that mostly are children. Another bombing that targeted a house in the town of Huzas, east of Khan Yunis. She said the total number of people killed is 28 people, but doesn't have been injured and doesn't still remain under the rubble, especially in Hamad residential neighborhood, Al Said added. So many of the journalists from Al Jazeera that confirm of today's news that's become 28 people that been killed on the Gaza Strip itself. So we're gonna go to the next news. Just gonna review the news that being published inside of the Google, and there's Indonesian news here that we have to look at the foreigner news, so you guys can watch it. What is this? Hunger for justice has swept world. Assange fathers says as it happens. Okay, so how do I pronounce? And I'm sorry that how I pronounce is not really clear. I'm gonna try to read this news re- really quick. This is kind of news that headline the hunger for justice. I like this one. There's a picture of John Shipton, fathers of WikiLeaks founder, that speaks at the pro-Palestinian demonstration at Melbourne on Sunday. Okay, so many of the diplomatics and then the government will start to discussing about the Palestinians and Israeli peace theory, I guess. And now we're gonna take a look, cancel or sack it over support for Palestine. So support for Palestine has been on display around the world, but with the hundreds of people have found themselves sacked for speaking out against Israel's bombardment of Gaza. Okay, so what is the sack really mean? I didn't really know. I didn't know how to pronounce it, and I didn't know what the definition of. Dismissed from employment. Any official found to be involved will be sacked on the spot. Huh. Does that means dismiss from employment? Dismiss. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the subtitle. I don't get it. Because I'm not a mother, because my English is not my mother language, so I didn't know what it means. So we're gonna continue it on, and that was it. That's a news feed, and then we're gonna can move on to the next one. I think so. The second page. Okay, so the next one we have had here is this one. This is 15 hours ago. Wounded Palestinian children evacuated from Gaza to UAE. Oh, so the UAE supports the Gaza's to evacuate these children from the Gaza Strip to being killed. A group of 15 Palestinians, including 8 children and their families, arrived in Abu Dhabi, UAE, by plane for treatment after being evacuated from Gaza through the Rafah border, crossing to Egypt, according to the Reuters new agency. So there are a group, that's the group that contains of 15 Palestinians that being arrived at the Abu Dhabi UAE. So this is gonna be a good sign for Palestinians. So because many of the countries start to support Palestinians all by giving them support of the food. What do they call it? Livestock and anything. Then that's a really good thing. So we're gonna move on. Look at this. This is a photo of the 20-year-old Amir Jandi, who was wounded in the Israel-Hamas war, is assisted upon arrival in Abu Dhabi. So this kid right here is being arrived at the Abu Dhabi after he being wounded at the Israel-Hamas war. So that's how dangerous at Gaza Strip right now. And then there's another photo. A Palestinian's mother. I'm almost saying the Philippines. Sorry about that. A Palestinian mother's and her child managed to leave Gaza from Abu Dhabi via a UAE humanitarian mission. So this country, UAE, United Arab Emirates, they're helping the mothers and children of Palestinians to evacuate from there, so they can have a a fully treatment from the government of the UAE. And there's 15 Palestinians, including 8 children, and their families arrived in Abu Dhabi. So there's a lot of country in the world wants to help the Gaza Strips, but but unfortunately, many of the developed country got brainwashed as they say that Hamas make this cause of the war, but in reality, for my opinion, is that in, including the history that Palestinians just want to have their own freedom, not making the cause of the violence. Just they just want to have freedom. I don't know, guys. The things got worse lately at Palestine, at the Gaza Strip for especially. The Israel-Gaza war has taken a severe toll on journalists since Hamas launched its unprecedented attack against Israel on October 7, and Israel declared war on the militant Palestinians, launching strikes and the blockaded Gaza Strip. And the news on November 18, and what's today's date? It's 19. It's from yesterday at 8:37 a.m. So so, and as of November 18, SPJ's preliminary investigation showed at least 42 journalists and media workers were among the more than 13,000 killed since the war began on October 7, with over 11,000 Palestinians deaths in Gaza and the West Bank and 1,200 death in Israel. So the comparison there, with so we can compare to the apple, because this kind of comparison is just too big. There's too many distance of the comparison. As just look at this: over 11,000 versus 1,200 death in Israel. That's compared from the Israel Defense Forces. That's kind of sad. And then as of November 18th, for the specific, 42 journalists and media workers were confirmed dead, 37 Palestinian, 4 Israeli, and 1 Lebanese. 9 journalists were reported injured, 3 journalists were reported missing, and 13 journalists were reported arrested. Multiple assaults, threats, cyber attacks, censorship, and killings of family members. So there's many things that has been going on here, guys. And I think my camera is just close. Okay, though there's no problem. Okay, so guys, maybe this is gonna end of today's video. Make sure you guys to like and subscribe to my channel. And then I hope the situation passed down soon, and then there's gonna be a peace treaty and peace assignment for the between these countries, so we can have peace for around the world. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Bye.